This is Q&A, questions in Ashley. I get tons of messages, emails, DMs about life, money, investments, Amplify. So I'm taking my time out to answer your questions right now. Q&A, questions in Ashley. You guys can be a ton of questions about money, but I also get questions about entrepreneurship. So I want to make sure I touch on those too. So give me what you got.
How do you get your programs into schools?
How do I get my programs into schools? So I'm not going to answer that question now. I'm going to answer that question as if you're talking to Ashley in 2016, when I had the desire to put my programs in schools and I had no idea how to do it. So I'm going to give you the simple 4 steps that I took and bypass all the things I did wrong because I made a lot of mistakes. The first thing you need to do is, this is what I did. You need to go into a room with a whiteboard and make a gingerbread man. And when you make this gingerbread man, that is the person who takes your program, right? And around the gingerbread man, you have to outline all the characteristics of a person who took your program. So for example, our Wealth Builders book. Every word around this notebook: entrepreneurial minded, a believer in myself, accomplished, goal setter, confident, leader. All of these words describe the student who takes an Amplify program, right? So you have to get clear on who's taking your program and what they're going to get out of your program. Now, after you build that gingerbread man, then outline everybody who is impacted by your program. So for example, if you wanting to put your program in a school, principals are impacted, teachers are impacted, students are impacted, parents are impacted. So you write them around the gingerbread man and outline what they want from you. So for example, what does a parent want from your program if their child is taking it? They want their child to feel safe. They want their child to be educated. Let's take the principal of a school. I want my student to be safe. I want my school to be highlighted. I want my student to be educated. I want them to have good test scores. So you have to make sure you know who is impacted by your program and how they can benefit from you. Because when you go into a school, it's not about giving them what you want them to have. It's about a value exchange and giving them what they need from you and also giving them what you feel they need too. So the second thing you need to do is, when you figure out your audience in that student, your gingerbread man, you want to think about what you want them to learn. And these are called learning objectives in school terms. What are they going to get out of this? So let's take an Amplify investment course. If you take an Amplify investment course, my students will walk out with a brokerage account. They will know what a stock is and how it works. Get very clear on what you want them to know. The first step was who you want them to become. Second step is what you want them to know. Now, after you do that, then you build the program, which is number 3. You have to build a program, because what I did, I would go pitch my program and had no program at all, which is why I was afraid, which is why I wouldn't get contracts, because it didn't come with a certain level of confidence to close the deal. Build the program. That's the first thing. Just build the program. Even if you don't know what you're doing, build it out the way you see fit, right? And then, which brings me to number 4. Go do the program for free. For so long, for literally over a year, I taught so many classes for free. While yes, I was posting it on social media, you may have seen it on our website, on Instagram, I did a lot of those programs for free because I myself wasn't a teacher. I knew finance, but I didn't know the education system. So you need to do your program and try it out. If that means you have to run 20 pilot programs to see the results that you want to see, to collect the data you want to collect, because you have to prove that this works through what you've done. That is the experience that you need to be able to deliver in your pitch. So those 4 things, without a doubt, and you should not be afraid to do this for free. And if you're only doing it for money, you probably don't even need to be in the school system. Do it for free, because success makes noise. Fast forward to today, I don't have to reach out to any schools. When I first started, I thought school, I wanted school so bad, so I emailed every principal and CEO of every charter school in Philly because I felt like I wasn't good enough, so I was begging you to want what I have. Now I don't have to ask anybody because I know we are great at what we do, but we've also taught over 5,000 students, right? We've been in over 50 different schools, so you want to be able to have that level of confidence, and that comes by doing things that are free and doing things that are paid. But don't get so caught up on how do I get a contract? How do you build a great program that people then want that you do not have to sell?